Good evening, world, and Ellen DeGeneres. Today is Wednesday, April 23rd, 2014. My name is Trista. Welcome to my vlog where I talk about whatever pops in my head and comes out my mouth. I realize watching a lot of these vlogs that you guys don't see this. This look right here, this is literally the funniest thing ever because this is how I look literally all day long while the sun's out, which it's still out. Yay! You can't see it, but it's bright. It's like 7 o'clock, which I love summertime and springtime. But yeah, I always have sunglasses on my head, and I feel like this is part of the reason why I feel like my hair is thinning out. Because this happens. My amazing friend Courtney got me these sunglasses, and I love them dearly, and I love the color and the reflective lenses, and they're just fantastic. But yeah, so thank you, Courtney. But I wanted to talk about reliving or reliving memories and thinking back on them and like how you felt. I know how I talked about my 5-year-old self blinding a kid on accident and like knowing the emotions that I felt. And I'm wondering if I'm the only one in this, but when you're looking back and you have like a memory, a good, bad, or whatever, do you ever find yourself like reliving those emotions and feelings, which is called sense memory in acting? Or do you just remember like just like a mental image of it? Or do you actually like experience the whole scenario like through physically in your body? Like you can physically feel like you get emotional or like happy, sad, whatever it is or whatnot. And because I was realizing myself, when I'm looking back at situations now, especially ones that are like before, like 20 and below, I have noticed that I've taken almost an objective approach to my memories now, which is so weird. It's like a back seat. Almost like I can see the whole picture rather than just only understanding my one world that I knew at that moment, and now understanding everything else of the world that happened since to kind of gauge it. For instance, like guys and how I would interact with them, and I look back and I think of how ridiculous and it was, how nervous I would get and upset, even though I still do that right now, which is retarded and I annoy myself. But looking back, it's really weird I'm sorry, my mind just farted because I had a memory. But just sitting there and letting everything play out, but not being, but being able to be subjective. And it's really helped me as far as like either forgive people or just get past dwelling on things that I just wish would happen again or do, or wish I could relive those moments because they're not going to happen. And instead of like feeling a loss from it, I'm able to sit at an objective point of view, a subjective point of view, sorry, and just see everything and see if I still have feelings like I have for that memory, or if it really is kind of retarded and lame. Because in every moment of our lives, like while we're living, we don't want to think that we're stupid and dumb. We are our world, and all we know is what are the world that we live in and revolving in, and we don't want to be wrong. But yet it's funny when you look back and you're like, I was an idiot, and we all do it. We all look back, and what's funny is in high school I never thought I would be that way. I thought I would be like, oh, I know, like I'm gonna think I was awesome. Time machine, going back in time and or whatever, past Trista, you were retarded. Like, oh my gosh, just a spaz. And I've been able to appreciate that rather than get upset at myself, or it just appreciate it for what it was. And it's just, I don't know if I'm making any sense right now, but it's just something I've been thinking about. It's almost like I am like shrinking my own past memories. Like I am a therapist to my past self, and I kind of like it. And it's fun. And I don't know if that's how therapy works, because I'll find out soon enough when I start therapy, just to process all of the crap that goes on in here, even though it's hard to believe there's any more when I spill it all out in these vlogs all the time. But yeah, so just being a subjective observer of your memories. That's my question. Like, do you have memories where you're able to be subjective, or do you still hold them really personal and still take offense, like, or are defensive about, like, things you've gone through? Or are you able to look at it and laugh or whatever? Answer in the comments below and let me know. And on that note, I hope you all have a good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace out, world.